Hey, good morning, beautiful people. Hope everybody's having a good morning, a good start to your day. I watched the video of Sommer. Sommer is a individual that Marcus ran across, I think, a couple of years ago. At the time, she was a vibrant, kind of full of life lady, but she was going through some mental illness issues. And she was out there kind of wandering on the streets, and Marcus ran into her. She had subsequently got herself back together based on her social media, because I followed her on social media, her Facebook page. But then it appears she fell off bad, real bad, with the mental illness and the drug use. She has lost a lot of weight, and she's definitely in a sunken place. Talking to herself, erratic behavior, clearly in a mental health crisis. Clearly. So Marcus picks her up, takes her across town, 40-minute drive to Polo and Gabby's motel room. The door is open, Polo's on the bed, Gabby's in the bathroom. Marcus brings Sommer to see Polo. Even the ride, the 40-minute ride, when Marcus was taken across town, he had the camera like down here on the side, and you could see the erotic behavior that she was doing. I would be concerned having somebody like that in that state in my car in the first place. So Marcus takes Sommer to go see Polo. Polo's on the bed. Even getting to the room, once Sommer got out the car, she stood in the reflection of the truck, having a conversation, doing some very erratic movements. When they're going into the motel, she would start walking with other people, and Marcus had to keep saying, come on, almost as if it was a mischievous toddler that was just running around kind of loose. She was all over the place. Her mind was on the ziggity boom. They go into Polo's room, and she sees Polo. Polo sees her. Polo's actually, at first, is very happy to see her. But once again, Summer's going through a mental thing, all right? Meltdown. Yeah, meltdown, right? And she's all over the place. She puts on her hat. She's going through the drawers, looking for a light. She's really like she's searching the room, okay? And all the time just babbling gibberish that I could not understand. Marcus has the idea or the plan. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. Marcus thought it was a good idea to take Sommer in the condition that she was in and drop her off 40 minutes across town to Polo's room. It's almost Marcus is trying to leave, and Polo comes out and says, wait, what are you doing? And Marcus says, well, you want to see her, so I'm dropping her off. And Polo said, no, I wanted to see her, but I didn't want to see her in the condition that she's in. Clearly, she's fried. So Polo, to get her out the room, said, hey, come on, Sommer. Marcus is gonna take y'all to go get something to eat or something. And when she stepped out the room, Polo closed the door. And one of the most saddest sights I've seen on this thing with Atlanta Street Interviews is this girl just tapping on the door and looking lost and bewildered. All right. Now, I know many of you commentators are going to talk about how Sommer is going through a mental thing and how unfortunate it is for Sommer. I agree, okay? But once again, I'm looking at the person who put this on the YouTube for us to see. The person who is exploiting the homeless and the mentally ill. For me, that right there was the clearest example of exploitation for clicks and views of someone that is clearly not in their right mind. So in what world is it okay for Marcus to pick up a girl that is clearly out of her mind? No question, no ifs, no ands about it. Take her across town and then drop her off and try to leave her. Now, subsequently, they didn't film this part, but allegedly Marcus said that he tried to get, he put it in an Uber. The first Uber he tried to get to take her back, said refused the ride because that's how far gone she was. The second Uber left with her. Who knows how far she got before the Uber probably put her out. Let me say this as calmly as I possibly can. That right there made no sense at all. Right? That made no sense at all. Marcus was, use one of you New Yorkers' terms, dead ass wrong for taking that girl in the state of mind that she was in to a place across town and dropping her off. Wrong. Dead ass wrong. And if anybody, I'll take her. Marcus needs to get his ass whooped for that bullshit. Marcus needs to get his ass whooped for that bullshit. That was wrong. All day long. Hell, at least if you're going to pick her up, which you did, at least have the common courtesy to drop her ass back off. But you should not have picked her up in the first damn place. Clearly, she was going through a mental breakdown. Clearly. But you, Marcus, thought that shit was funny? You thought, well, you think it was cute? Polo commented on your evil laugh. In his words, your evil laugh. And that was some of the most evilest shit I've seen. That poor girl was out of her mind. She don't know whether she was coming or going. Leave her where she is. Now, you get on here, Marcus, and crying about your daughters and your children and people talking about them. But once again, you put them jokers on here for us to see. And now here's how it relates to your children. Because Sommer is somebody's child. Sommer is somebody's daughter. And the question that someone who has some moral compass, some moral fiber about them would ask, would I want this to be done to my child? But obviously that clearly never ever crossed your radar, never crossed your consciousness to say, hey, you know what? If my daughter was in this condition, would I want somebody to do what I'm doing to Sommer, who's somebody's daughter? Huh? Then you get on here crying about your child. You don't be talking about my child. You know what? But then I see a video of you talking about adult conversation, content, prostitution, and all this other stuff, and you got your baby on the screen Googling and goggling. Now, I understand mentally, Marcus, you're off and you don't get it. All right? I understand mentally you are off and you don't get it. And I'm sure I'm wasting my breath. But that scene with Sommer really did upset me. And I see why when people call in, they have so much passion and hatred for you. I see it now. I mean, I kind of saw it first, but you know, until something touches you, you know, you kind of, it's kind of hard to see it. But I see it now. That right there, sir, what you did with Sommer was unconscionable. It was reprehensible and unexcusable. Now, let me put it in plain language so everybody understands. In other words, what I just said, that bullshit you did with Sommer, you need your ass beat. You need your ass whooped for that, because that's wrong. All right? It's wrong. You and I are not in any type of partnership. I was talking to somebody the other night, and they got me some information. They said, oh, you and Marcus, y'all working together. I gave this to Marcus first, give it to you. And we're not in no partnership. Never was, never will be. All right? Now, when he comes on the platform, I'm cordial to him, but I want to make sure it's clear and understood. Marcus and I are not working together and will probably never, ever work together, because ultimately, even though I play calm, cool, and nice, the stuff that he is doing, the exploitation, the manipulation of people that are disadvantaged is wrong. And the point of this channel is to highlight it. All right? Now, y'all can say I'm on the Marcus hate train. You can say whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, nobody in their right mind could look at that Sommer video and say that that was okay. Nobody in their right mind could do a video of that Sommer video, do a response of that Sommer video, all right? Do a reaction to the Sommer video, and at that point, some point in time, say it was wrong for the person who shot the video or who set the scene up, Marcus, for him to do what he did. He didn't actually come and just record Sommer tripping in her environment. That's wrong too on a smaller level. But the most egregious thing to me is, and that son of a bitch picked up this young lady who was not in her right mind, took her 40 minutes across town. And hold on, that's 40 minutes on the expressway. So that's probably 2 or 3 hours by bus. And tries to drop her off unexpectedly on Polo when she's out of her mind. And Polo said, yeah, I wanted to see her, but I didn't want to see her like this. Even Polo realized how crazy what Marcus did was. Yeah, I want to see her, but I don't want to see her like this. She's out of her mind. But you thought that was okay? So no, you're doing more than just filming. You know, I'm just a filmer. You are actually setting it up. Like I say, man, that was one of I thought about putting the picture on here, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't use his content. I don't play his content on my channel. All right. That gives me the freedom where I can speak as I want to speak and see what I want to say when I want to say, because I don't have his content on my channel. All right. Now there's a difference. I talk about his content, but I don't have his content. So it gives me freedom where I can say what I really feel. And that was some bullshit. That was the lowest of the low. That was the lowest of the low, man. Taking that poor girl that's out of her mind, dropping her off on somebody, and trying to walk away and leave him, and leave her. Then Polo gets her out the room. Soon as she steps out, Polo closes the door, and she's turning around, just tapping on the door like a lost puppy. Not funny, not cute, in any shape, form, or fashion. Not even entertaining. Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk about this talent show. Give y'all an update in a minute. And yeah, Marcus. That was wrong, man. That was wrong. Clearly, Sommer's gone. And once again, out of her mind. Where on God's green earth, Marcus, did you think that was acceptable? Huh? Now, I notice how you like to use scriptures and how you like to make reference to God when you're talking to these people. And I understand the play, because people like you make reference to God, you use scriptures in order to manipulate and control and give people a sense of ease with you, because they say, oh wow, he's mentioning God and he's mentioning scriptures, and saying things like God meant for this to happen, God meant for us to meet. But I question your sincerity when it comes to that, because God clearly would not approve of the majority of the stuff that you're doing. The law does not approve of the majority of the stuff that you're doing. And this thing with Sommer, that was completely reprehensible, unacceptable. To speak in street terminology, you need your ass whooped for that. A young black woman. Oh, wait a minute. You won't do that to a white person now, would you? You won't do that to a white person now, would you? Huh? Because you know how wrong it is. But you one of those mofos who do it to your own people, because you know they don't care about us. You know we are low priority when it comes to missing girls, exploited girls, violence. So you rather do it to your own people than other people. Well, y'all saying, Troy, what are you talking about? Marcus gave us a clear example of that. At first, he mentioned filming the white boy. But then after conversations he heard and watched, probably on my channel, next time he saw the white boy, he said, oh no, I ain't messing with him. I'm not touching you. I ain't dealing with you. Because when you start dealing with white people, they come down on you hard. That's exactly what that Buster Douglas said. I'm sorry, Buster Douglas, you caught us straight. That's exactly what that sorry son of a gun said. So he knows what he's doing is wrong. All right? Legally wrong. and morally wrong too. All right, it's up to us. And I'm talking to myself now too. It's up to you, it's up to me to decide whether or not we're going to watch it or not, because at the end of the day, the reason why he's able to do what he do is because it's profitable, because people watch. So, in spite of all the outrage and being upset, as long as we're watching, and until the law catches up with them, which in Atlanta, it looks like they won't, because what kind of lawless place is Atlanta? Probation violation. So even I'm gonna get started on that. All right, y'all. I think I'm done. Definitely tell me what y'all think in the comments, good or bad or indifferent. Now, how you see something that it just strikes a nerve. I mean, it just strikes a nerve. You see something that just like, man, that's messed up. And to think it's funny and to think it's cute. To think it's funny and to think it's cute. Dude, you're quick to call other people weirdos, but you're the biggest weirdo on this thing. All right, I gotta go. Later.